This video is on my estate sales find. If you watch my videos, you know I enjoy going out and estate sailing, and you know I like these old C9 Christmas lights. So I usually pick them all up. I've never bought any new. They're all the ones I have are from estate sales, and I love this old packaging that they come in. You can see on this package here, it has press and cut out. Children can color their own tree decorations, and it has a star, a bell, and a star in the little hole there, and it's perforated, so you can literally push them out. And I like, it's just kind of nice seeing this old packaging. There's no zip code here, so you know this is pretty old. And 90% of the time you take these things out of the box and plug them in, and they work, and usually most of the bulbs work. So let's get this thing out and take a quick look to see what the set looks like. It looks like all the wiring's good, plugs are good, there's no broken sockets. So let's plug it in and see what it does. Oh, and we got light. So yeah, they're all good. Old Westinghouse that has the W logos. There's G. This is a Westinghouse. So yeah, it's pretty slick when you find them that still work. It looks like it's hard to tell. I guess these are blinkers, so we'll let them sit there and run. I bet you they all start. The blinkers start blinking. If not, I'm gonna, yeah, there it goes. So these 100% of these work. So let's try the other sets that I picked up here. All right, this is set 2 of the they're 15. And I have my camera clipped to the bench, so I can't see the screen. I'm just kind of hoping this shows up in the video. This box isn't as in good a shape as you can see. It's kind of torn up there, but I like them when they're in the original packaging. It says they're UL approved. So kind of the side of the box. Let's plug these in, or take a look first. Always look at the plugs and the wiring, because I'll use these old sets if the wiring's good. And this one has a little damage to the plug here, as you can see. So I'll put a little electrical tape around that so I don't get a shock from it. But that's no reason not to use them. These old C9 lights and whatnot are like old cars to me. I just really enjoy them. I hoard them, I guess. Every time I find them in estate sales or garage sales, I just buy them. If they're the old ceramic coated bulbs, I buy them. If they're the newer painted ones, the paint peels on the new ones, so I don't generally buy them because I leave them outside a lot, and the outside painted ones, the paint peels on them and they don't look good anymore. So you get the ceramic coated ones and they stay looking good. Okay, that's taped up. Let's plug them in and see what happens. Now we got all but one bulb working. And I can see the filament is broken in that bulb, so that's a bad bulb. But we got a whole bunch of spares, so we can put a good bulb in place of it. And this is why I don't like the newer outside painted ones, because of that peeling right there. And they just don't look as good when they're lit. But that bulb works. So yeah, so we got one bad bulb in this set, no big deal. We got some blinkers there, another Westinghouse. I like them when they have the Westinghouse or the G logo on them. Sometimes they're circle G and sometimes they're block letters with G depending on the age of the bulb. I think they made these ceramic coated G, made them right up into the late 70s. So they're pretty old sets. So that set works. So let's move on to another set. Well, before I move on to other sets, there was a couple C7s. Now that's what I mean by the block lettering when it says G. This one doesn't have any lettering. It's kind of got a little flat top, but brand new in the package. This is a style that was made up into the late 70s. They're dusty, but they're brand new. So you can see the round G logo on it. Some of these are not in the right packaging, but they're all brand new. There's the black G again. So, you know, you can kind of see what these are. The C9 with the G. These are brand new. They're just dusty. I don't know if these are the ones that came in this package or not. There's two Westinghouse. That one looks like a, yeah, that one the paint's peeling, see? That's why I don't use those. But there's three Westinghouse. The blue one's an old one. You can see the sockets kind of, or the threads are kind of from being out in the weather. But these ones are brand new. So that's a gold mine for spare bulbs when you find these in estate sales. These bulbs are going to be phased out. Now that says D27 on it. GD27. And that is a blinker, and the filament's good in it. I can see the filament through my light that's there. And this is a G27. And that's a blinker too. And you can tell they're a blinker because they got a little bimetal strip inside the bulb that you can see. And then there's this package, a brand new, never out of the box. And you can see the price of 72 cents. Kind of the back of the packaging. So these have a zip code, so these are a little newer. I suspect these are probably from the late 70s, early 80s. These are Life Noma lights, 78 cents new for this package of lights. It just says Japan. It doesn't have any zip codes or anything on it, so no addresses, nothing. And these I know they made up into the late 70s. It doesn't have any dates or anything on it. Oh, it has a zip code. These were made at Nella Park, Cleveland, Ohio 44112. So, yeah, kind of just a little bit more of my vintage things I like to collect are these old vintage Christmas lights. This is the last light set of the estate sale find right here. These are the old pedal reflector lights. Kind of like these style of lights too. So I'll try and hold this up so if you want to pause it you can read it. These do have a zip code. These I think are probably from the 70s. They look like they've never been used. There's the spare clear and a spare blue and a blinker, and you can see the blinker. That's why I like incandescent over LED. The bulbs have copper and they don't rust. The LEDs have iron or steel terminals coming out of the bulb, and that's the problem with them. And when you use them outdoors, that rusts, and then the sets go bad. To where these copper ones, they don't rust. But the problem with the mini lights, when they're series light sets, so you divide by how many bulbs you have by 120 volts, and it tells you how many volts each bulb is. And if the filament breaks, it breaks the circuit and the sets go out. Now they have shunts in there, and that's supposed to keep the light set illuminated. When one of those filaments break, the insulation off the aluminum shunt's supposed to burn off, and then the lights remain lit. Well, sometimes that doesn't happen, and then the light sets don't light, but you can buy those little gun things that you can put in the socket, pull a trigger on, and it fixes the shunt, and they light up, and you can find the bad bulb and fix it. So I have one of those, and it actually works pretty darn good. Well, let's plug this set in and see if it works. And it does. Just like these old vintage lights. So I use these style on the Christmas tree too. So if any of those sets go bad or break or something happens to them, you know, to where they don't work anymore, I have an extra set. So I buy this style of lights, or the C7s or C9s. You see why I use the C7s on the Christmas trees. You can get tons of different style of bulbs for those C7 sockets, so it's kind of fun. You can really put a lot of different unique lamps in the sets. But yeah, that's another little find from an estate sale. So I think it did all right. Got 2 C9 light sets. They both work. A package of bulbs, spare bulbs, and these. So, you know, that's doing pretty good. And always, like I say, I kind of probably have enough of those C9 lights where I could do the whole neighborhood, every house on the street. But, you know, I put out about maybe a dozen of those 25 light sets. So yeah, the electric bill in December is usually, you know, 150, 160 bucks. It's usually about $100 more than what it usually is. I usually start putting them on Thanksgiving and take them down New Year's Day. And but you know, they're just something I enjoy, like the old cars are, you know, from a bygone era. And like I say, I think the federal government is going to ban the manufacture of the incandescent Christmas lights. So, you know, I enjoy them, so I just buy them whenever I see them. They're starting to see fewer and fewer of them now. You know, over the years, people have, you know, cleaned their basements out and whatnot and thrown them away or sold them in garage sales. But whenever I find the old ceramic coated bulb sets, I just buy them, because they don't make them anymore. It's the only way you're going to get them is finding them in estate sales, thrift stores, or garage sales. You're not going to go into the store and buy them. The ones you go in the store and buy are going to be those, I don't know, I think I threw that, no, I put it in that peeled one, I put in the socket in there, but that's like a vinyl coated bulb. It's kind of a translucent, this blinker, and I think that's literally like a vinyl they spray on or dip. I think it's sprayed on, but they could dip it. But yeah, this is kind of a little bit about, you know, some of the things that I like, is, you know, along with old cars, are the vintage lights. So if you enjoy the vintage lights, give me a like on the video so I know, you know, I'll put more up if people like them. And thank you for watching my videos.